Hello, hello. It's been a while. Hi. So I went to the Otto's concert yesterday, and it was very fun. I had such a good time. But after I was wearing like a cosplay, and I just bought new shoes. It wasn't for the outfit. I just thought they were cute, and then they matched the outfit. So it was the first time I was wearing those shoes. And at the end of the night, I realized that my feet hurt, and it was like bleeding. No, not bleeding, but it was like my skin was like torn in the back of my heel. But anyways, that was kind of random. But yeah, I had a good time, and then I was busy with work. It's gonna be. Thank you so much. Yeah, I had an auntie who uh what's the word I'm looking for? She stitched it. She made it for me. Like I designed the outfit based on one of Otto's videos, her Ice Day video, and I didn't want to wear the full outfit because I knew it would be hot, so I like made it shorter, and she made it for me, so that was great. Today I'm only gonna stream for like an hour because I have to get ready for a party. One of my one of my mom's friends' daughters got like a I don't know what happened, but it's like a signing label or something. But she's releasing like an album or something. I don't know what it is or what her socials are or anything, but she's just my mom's friend's daughter. But I am going to the party to support her. So yeah, that concert was so much fun. I have like another friend from school who went there, and I made stickers and I gave them out to everyone, and yeah, lots of stuff going on. Yeah. Um, and then I have to go. I have another piece of news is starting Monday. I have to go to a rotation, so I cannot stream for like 2 weeks, unfortunately. Someday we can dream big. Actually, one of the things Otto said in her speech was like, "It's okay to be alone. It's okay to dream," and I nearly cried during her speech when I heard that. But yeah, as I was yeah. Yeah, I have to go back and do school stuff starting Monday, so I won't be able to stream for 2 weeks. But then hopefully I want to finish this before I leave on my little hiatus. So I think I'm almost done with the game. I think it's almost over. I hope so. I, I'm getting a little disappointed sometimes. Okay, let's start. Enough yapping. Continue. I don't even remember where I left off. Do not. This one. You mean my rotation? I don't think it'll be fun. I'm not really looking forward to it. I don't know. We'll see. Oh my god, actually? Okay, yeah, so Leewen's letter's done. Jimmy's letter's done. Yeah. I feel I know I'm supposed to be like grateful that like my preceptor is handling students, but I don't know, I'm not very like I'm like increasingly getting unsatisfied with my future career, but it's not like I can't do it, so I'm gonna keep trying. Hello. Okay, let's so Jimmy's is done, Leon's is done, Carlos and Alicia, all of these guys are not done. So thank you. Such is life. Such is adulthood. Struggling with future career prospects. Oh well. Anyways, no more of my depression. Let's go deal with their depression now. The nightly roll call had just ended. All of the gates were locked. Wait, what happened to him? Oh, he's trying to break out of prison since I last saw him. It had finally quieted down and the guards had left. I pulled the chair up to the bottom bunk and sat in front of Hotsuru with a smile on my face. I need to ask you for a favor. Hotsuru and I had been in the same cell for over 2 months. We were still not friends who would chat with each other, so he had to be a little surprised at what I had just said. I figured that even if he didn't want to respond, he would be curious at what I wanted. What? I'd like to play a card game with you. The whole thing began about a month ago. He had come to... Who? Who? Had come to visit me in prison and warned me to get out of here as soon as I could. Oh, the girl he saved. A prison break sure sounded cool to me, but it was an incredibly difficult task. Then I was caught by Pai while trying to hide the tools. I had no choice but to tell him everything. To my surprise, he offered to join me. What kind of luck did I have? I used to watch a movie with Ren about a prison break. In the movie, the prisoner had been secretly digging a hole in his cell for years until he finally managed to escape on a stormy night. Would I have to do this for years too? Besides, this was not something that would get easier with more people involved. We even lived in different cells. Someone was bound to grow suspicious about him and I talking to each other during every yard time. Therefore, to succeed, the first thing I needed to do was to get Pai in the same cell as me. While Hotaru was a greedy, conniving, and disgusting weasel of a man, okay, yeah, destroy him. He had his own weaknesses. Rather, there was something about him that I could exploit. Hotaru loved card games, and he was a great player. He played with the other inmates a lot, sometimes with wagers of over 5 figures. He had won a lot of money in here with his special skills. Nevertheless, many people were still willing to play with him. For one single reason, he never bet any money himself, instead he only bet favors. If Hotaru lost, he would do one favor for the win as long as it was within his power. Hotaru got along really well with all the guards. He had no trouble smuggling in some contraband or getting some privileges for someone. Even the guards enjoyed playing a hand or two with him every once in a while. It was always a sweet deal for Hotaru. And so it was time for me to ask him for a favor. If I could win, there was no doubt that he would agree to switch cells. I didn't have to worry about him being suspicious of my intentions or reporting it to the guards. Hotaru's only good quality was that he would always hold up his end of the deal. The only problem was it would not be easy to win. Are you gonna make me play poker, Carlos? I'd never played poker when I was in Mexico. After coming to Hong Kong, I had only played a couple of times when Ren would teach me. Besides, I didn't have any money to gamble with. This wasn't my idea, it was Pai's. Pai agreed to lend me a lot of cash. He had even blackmailed some of the inmates to help train me, okay. A very dangerous, what's the word I'm looking for? Ally, yes. Very dangerous but useful ally. Soon everybody seemed to think of me as Pai's sidekick and they began to show me more respect. A month had gone by and I was finally feeling a little confident. Win or lose, it all depended on tonight. I took out 10 1,000 Hong Kong dollar bills and counted them in front of Hotaru. He was ready to lie down, but I saw his eyes glisten. He sat back up and crossed his legs. Fine, let's have a quick game then. Blackjack. The rules were simple. Okay, I don't actually... Never play. Oh, 21 points in China, which also means 9 p.m. in the evening. Okay, 9 p.m. urban nightlife. Okay, cool. Never played. Both sides drew 4 cards from the pile after shuffling. The players then exchanged one card with the other. Whoever had the hand that added up closest to 21 wins the hand. Oh. An ace's value could be either 1 or 11, while jacks, queens, and kings all counted as 10. If both players had the same sum, the hand was a tie and they draw a new hand. The one whose hand is closer to 21 wins half of the opponent's bet and the game continues. Okay, so it's luck. If the winner had a hand of exactly 21, he wins half of the opponent's stake and the game ends. Both players should put down the same bet as at the beginning. And whoever had more winnings wins the whole game. While the rules made the game sound like it could go on forever, it usually ended quickly as there are numerous combinations that added up to 21. Still, I didn't expect for him to play blackjack with me since it relied a little more on pure luck than skill. Then again, I wasn't so sure if that was a good thing for me or not. Well, I'm here for you, Carlos. Shuffling, drawing, I stared at my cards, thought long and hard with my heart pounding in my chest, and decided to keep these cards. 2, 3, 6, okay. That's 11. I gave Hotaru this card. 8. I wish I had this card in my hand. Ace. I took the card from Hotaru. It was an ace. Why would he give away an ace? Hotaru slammed his cards in the bed. 8, ace, ace, ace. Am I stupid? Wait. 1, 1. Wait. Oh, wait, because it can be a 1 or an 11, right? This bitch had 4 aces? So that could be like... Yeah, 10 plus 11. Oh, okay. Thanks. Hotaru grabbed the 5 bills, stuffed them in with his other winnings, and went to sleep. Okay, damn. I was still sitting in my chair, stunned on my unbelievably bad luck. Would Pai's plan really work? Was there any other way? Alright, Carlos, let's fix that. So I have to understand cards. What if I just move? Oh no. There has to be an order to it. Okay. I can't put 2 in the same area. Oh my god, math. basic math, mental math. So he needs 21. He gave him an 8. Well, he should have kept the ace, right? Okay, well, we should, according to my calculations, let me think. So if we say this is an 11, this would be like 13. Okay, he needs an 8. Okay, let's do 11, 19, 3. I don't know if that works. Oh, I just noticed the 5 and the 7 here. Alright, if you say so. I took the card and halted it. It was an ace. I already gave away an ace. We showed our hands at the same time. Neither of us had 21. Am I stupid? However, there were 5 aces amongst our cards. This fucking bitch. We stared at each other and counted the entire deck again. Not only was there one too many aces, it was also missing a 2. Hototo suspected that someone must have messed with the cards the last time he played. In the end, we had to get a new deck and restarted the game. Unfortunately, I lost this time. Okay, so... whatever. He's not supposed to have an ace, is what I'm getting at this. What if I gave him 4 aces? Is that a problem? I don't know. I actually don't even understand what's happening right now. Let's just mix and match it so I don't have to math it. I took the card and Hototo. It was an ace. Why would he give away an ace? Hototo slammed the ace I had just given him on the bed. You cheated! Wait, what? I didn't understand what had just happened. Hototo showed me the rest of his hand. Ace, ace, ace. Excluding the ace he had just given me, there were 5 aces. There had to be something wrong with the cards, but Hototo didn't give me any chance to explain. He went straight back to bed. I absolutely hate cheaters. Go play with the others, you loser. Okay, that's... Sorry, okay. Damn. Okay. So let's... Okay. We'll keep it here then. So... Hototo gives him the ace. We'll do that. I think that's the problem. And then I had to adjust the numbers so it maths 21. So he gets an ace, which can be a 1 or an 11. So if I want it to be a 1, these need to add up to 20, but I don't think I can make those add up to 20 because it's 14, 17. So if this is an 11, I need it to add up to 10. Is that right? Am I I don't know. There's too many endings here. Oh my god. Okay. What I'm getting is we keep that there. Didn't he give him an 8? 2 plus 3, that's 11. Okay, I don't know. Oh, this is actually still the same thing. Okay, we don't give him the 8. That's what I'm getting at. I'm literally, I can't do this. Blah blah blah, he gets an ace. And then they both lose. Oh, my hand was closer. I won half of the bet from Hototo, however, in the next hand, Hototo hit 21. Okay. Are you sure he's not the one cheating? Because, like, I'm just saying. Okay, you get the ace. I don't know. Okay, I'm literally just gonna mix and match it because I don't want to think about numbers. Blah blah blah. He has an ace. Oh wait, what? I double checked my hand. 3, 6, ace, ace, 21. Hototo and I slammed our cards on the bed at the same time. Game over. Looked at Hototo's hand. 8, ace, ace, ace. He had 21 too. Wait. How could there be 5 aces? I grabbed him by his collar. So that's how you've always won. You're a cheater. Hey, shut your mouth. You're the cheater. The other inmates were all woken up by her yelling, and they were now booing and cheering from their own cells. Hototo pushed me away. Count the cards. We counted the whole deck and realized that not only was there one too many aces, it was also missing a 2. We both stripped off all of our clothes to prove okay. We searched through the entire cell and still couldn't find the missing 2. Hototo suspected that someone must have messed with the cards the last time we played. In the end, you have to get a new deck and restart the game, and then you're a fucking loser. Okay, unfortunately, luck was not on my side this time. Carlos, do you need my help that badly? Sounds like a skill issue. Maybe... No, it's not good to give him the ace, right? Oh my god, I got like almost all the bad endings. There's gotta be something I'm missing. Wait, is it bad if I give him the ace? Maybe. Oh. Okay, okay. Hold, okay. His hand was closer, okay. Man, Carlos, this is a skill issue. I can't believe that. Neither of us had 21. Oh my god, okay. It's not good that neither of us had 21, but then I also can't make it so that there's too many aces, is what I'm getting. And then if he gets an 8, he wins. So I think I have to keep this here, because if I put it anywhere else, then there's like a cheating issue. And then if I... Let's just swap some of the numbers, you know? Maybe that'll be a good idea. Oh my god. 2. Die. What the heck? What's the problem? Oh my god. What did I put here? I wish I had the ace in my card. Maybe I do put this here. Wait, wasn't it already there? No, it's a problem if he gives him the A's. I gave Jose this Clara, he says he cheated. Yeah, I think if we give him the card, he says you cheated. But then if he has the ace, I don't get it. I don't get it. Look, I thought I was just gonna play blackjack, and now they're throwing like a 5th ace in there, and I'm missing 2, so I don't get it. I don't know how to circumvent this. It's not just adding to 21 anymore. Please. I'm never finishing this game at this rate. Onegaishimasu, please. Okay, and now I have to logic this. It's telling me that it's important that somebody has 21. But then now then it also tells me that I can't give him an ace. And then this I don't even know. Okay, I can't give him an ace. I can't give him an 8. I can't give him an ace. Wait, can I? Okay, what are the other possible combinations? He has 4 cards, right? Yeah, he gets 4 cards. So he'll receive, let me just try every combination that adds to 21. So, don't give him an 8. This is like 11. Plus 2 is 14. That's not gonna work. Maybe swap. I can't give him an ace. Maybe for 6. Keep the ace. 11 plus 6 is 17. Okay, give him a 3 then. What was this? 10 plus 6, 16? I don't want to do this anymore. Oh my god. I got all of the possible bad endings except for the right one. I don't understand. What does this even say? It says 1? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna be upset. I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the game, and then now I'm stuck at numbers. What's the math? Okay, what about 8 plus 6 is 14. 14 plus what, 3? No, because if it... Where does this ace go? The ace is tripping me up. I can't give him the ace because he says he cheats. I think it does that every single time, probably. Right? Probably. Yeah. What if I just like cycle? Surely one of these things will work. No? Okay. Okay, so 21 21 minus 11 is 10. So like can his stuff add to 10? If I give him an ace? I don't think any of these can add to 10. No. Okay, what if this equals a 1? Then I need 20. Right? I'm gonna be upset. How did I made him get 21 before, right? Oh, the 6, 3, and the 2 aces. Shit, so I need 2 aces to get a 21, but it doesn't work? Skill issue. Oh my god. Carlos, please. I feel like the only combination is with the 2 aces, huh? But then he thinks there's cheating involved. Wait. What does this mean? I wish I had this card in my hands. Wait, what? It was missing a 2. Am I stupid? I just realized it says, I wish I had this card in my hand, and I put 2 here. But then I took the card from Hotaru, it was an ace. What? Oh my god, okay. I okay, there's some combination I haven't tried. The 2 is missing somewhere. It's more complicated because of the 2 and the ace. I thought I was just gonna have to add a 21, and then they're like, ooh, there's 5 aces now. Like, wait, what? There's no combination where he wins except when there's 2 aces. But then the 2, oh my god. Please. What is this? Oh wait, I'm not supposed to give him the 8. He has to keep the 8 or take the 8. Do you understand this? Because I don't. I can't give him an 8. What's the bad ending here? Neither of us had 21. The 2's a problem. Because I just realized the 2... Because I said... Okay. Because if I put like a 6 here... Why is it always an ace? Why does he always get an ace? What is this? What is this? What is the point of this? Is it just to like hide a card? I was also missing a 2. Well, you have the 2. This is not very clear to me. I don't think this does anything except hide, except it's just like his wish. Okay, so I think what I'm getting is that he always gets an ace. Okay, yeah. He always gets an ace, 8, then 2. Like what? Carlos cubes? I don't think that worked, unless I put it wrong. I think this line is just him wishing he had the card. He doesn't actually get the card. He always gets an ace from Hotaru. So now I have to think about like, where's the next... I can't trade the aces because then he's just like, you're a freaking cheater. Yeah, so I can't put 8 or A in there. Oh my god. Well, what if I just... There's no way. Okay, I can't give him that though. 6. These freaking aces. These Neither of us had 21. Why do you need my help so badly, Carlos? Skill issue. So he always gets an ace. So then I keep another. I have him keep the ace. Wait, hold on a second. Okay, my dad just asked if I want a sandwich. My god, I'm gonna cry. They made this like much more complicated than I expected that I would. With the stupid aces. I swear I've tried... It feels like I've tried every possible combination. Will they say something? No, they won't help me. The dog... Oh, I am the dog. I forgot the girl's not doing the things anymore. Ace, 8, and 3 is 21. Wait, 8. Oh, ace and 2. I think he gets 4 cards. Wait, yeah, right? So like, I got confused too, but he gets 4 cards, so he always gets an extra ace. Because it's out of 4 cards. So like, no matter what I do, he'll get an ace from Hotaru. So then, in order for him to have 21, I need to like somehow add his cards add up to 10. But then the only, at least right now, the only time he got a 21 was when he had 2 aces. But that's not the answer either. 3, 6, ace, ace, 21. Because let's say if this is like a 1, 9. I'm gonna cry. Has it been like 20 minutes since I done this? No, my plans to finish the game, no. I'm being held back by numbers. Okay. I can't give him an 8, I can't give him an ace. And then Carlos always gets an ace from Hotaru. I needed to add a 21. Because what I tried before was this, I think. And that's the why is there 5 aces. We had to get a new deck when we started the game. Is there just another combination I'm missing? Can I make these add up to 10? I don't think so. I can't give him an 8 either. Because 8 plus 6 is... and it's so annoying because even if I make him like closer to 21, he loses in the next round. Yeah, like come on, Carlos. What combination haven't I tried? Is this Wait, I'm gonna check something. Oh, I should be able to get it. It's not grayed out. I better get an achievement for this, cause my god. I only see like, let me think. Probably, I haven't been keeping track at this point. Yeah, I think this is the one where... Wait, oh my god, wait, actually? Hold on, wait, I think he solved it. I took the card and hoped that it was an ace. Why would he give away an ace? Blah blah blah. Oh, maybe I didn't give him a 2? Game over. Hotada looked at the cards and yelled he cheated. He showed me his hand, 2 ace, ace, ace. How could there be 5 aces? No, I didn't. It must be you. Don't lie to me. If you're still a man, just own up to it. I honestly did not know where the 5th ace came from. Even though I didn't think Hotada would do something like this, I couldn't afford to be a pushover right now. I think you got it, dude. Hotada looked a little tense. He was silent for a while and eventually squeezed out a sheesh. Fine, you won. But let me be clear, I'm not a miracle worker either. Of course. All I'm asking is for you to switch cells with Pai. Please, please say yes. Please say yes. I silently prayed to the Lord in my heart, and both of my hands were clenched into fix. Hotada looked troubled this time. Sorry, I can't. Excuse me? No way! I collapsed into the chair and let out a disappointed sigh. After all of my work, you have to. I didn't expect that the plan would fail at this step. I was so close. Well, listen. I'll tell you why, but you have to promise not to tell anyone. Hotada put away the cards and lowered his voice. Although even if you do, I can guarantee you'll be the one to suffer. He got off the bed. And he started pulling at the stuff that he had been piling underneath it, and he told me to look under the bed. I lay down on my stomach and put my head to the ground. Wow, a huge hole. I do get an achievement. Yippee. Master of Gamblers. Oh, okay. So his inmate is also trying to escape. So a third ally? Hold on, what's the difference? I think it was this one. Oh, so it actually was... I didn't try... Hold on. I didn't try... I gave him the 8, that was the problem. I didn't notice that. I kept repeating that I'm not supposed to give him the 8, but... I see. Wow! Well, we're done with that. Okay, goodbye. No more. No more, please. Alright. Police dude. Officer Minton's home was very clean. On top of that, the Superior Investigation Agency and Unit 3 had been combing through this place for quite a few days, so it was very clean too. There were no other visitors anymore. Police tape was stretched across the door. The calendar in the living room was still on Wednesday's page. Okay, hint. It was the day of his murder. It had already been 3 days since then. Okay. I remember that Minton once mentioned that he didn't like those calendars that... No. Calendar-S that had Sunday as the first day of the week. He said he had always preferred Monday as the start of the week. To him, it represented a new beginning for our work, I guess. Although, as police officers, we never really did enjoy and relax on the weekends. The bowls and dishes in the cabinets were all spotless and meticulously stacked. There weren't any clothes in the closet. I remembered every single one. A whole bunch of DVD discs were stacked on the TV stand. All of them were military documentaries and about wars and weapons. I walked around the whole apartment several times, but I couldn't find anything relevant to his personal connections. What are we doing? I think it seems like we're snooping in his apartment. I lay down on the couch and stared at the ceiling that wasn't too high up, feeling like I'd run into a dead end. According to Tiago Banyam, Lieutenant King was definitely innocent, because they were drinking together at the time of Minjun's death. However, drinking with a gangster was not going to be a very convincing alibi for him. Besides, it might cause other unnecessary problems. At this point, the only way to prove Lieutenant King's innocence was to find the real murderer. I had also gotten some information about There's two typos here. Officer Minjun himself from Lechego. Officer Minjun used to have a criminal record because he had been involved in a murder. Wait, really? For some reason, the case had been dropped and there probably weren't any records of it either. At the very least, there had been nothing about this in the electronic records in the police station's archives. Of course, not many people knew about this at all. Moreover, Officer Minjun was not just a casual military and weapon aficionado. He had privately purchased lots of regulated and even banned weapons through multiple shady channels. I don't really think that's very befitting of a police officer. His arsenal could probably arm a small team of special ops soldiers. However, Draco had said if he wasn't sure if his hobby was relevant to his death. The information that did have a direct connection to the case was in regards to surveillance tapes. All of the surveillance videos from near the apartment building on the day of the murder were gone. That's sus. Therefore, it was very likely that Officer Mitchell had been killed in his own home. Unfortunately, there hadn't been any witnesses who might have seen if he had any visitors that day. Overall, although I had gathered a lot of potentially valuable information, I still had no clue as to the true identity of the killer. Yawn, and I was getting sleepier the more I thought about it. Just as I was falling asleep, I felt something on my butt. I put my hand into the back pocket of my pants and took out Officer Minjun's keys. There was a keychain fob that was in the shape of a telephone. I remembered the fob really well. There were not many keys in the chain, but the fob, however, seemed way too big and inconvenient. I remembered that I had once been pouring some water for Officer Minjun while he was reading a new edition of a Firearms Encyclopedia. I was peeking at the book over his shoulder when I accidentally spilled all the water all over his desk. Officer Minjun immediately pulled out some napkins and started wiping his keys in the fob while cursing at me. He did not wipe the book first. So, could it be? I went to the kitchen, found some flour, and sprinkled it on the fob. I shook it and then blew on it. It worked. Oh. Please, I'm gonna cry if I have to mix more numbers. These are probably the most frequently used digits. Okay, I tried pushing them. The buttons on the fob could indeed be pressed. It looked like this could be a passcode to something. However, I didn't know what the passcode was for or what the passcode would be. Speaking of code, I could vaguely recall that Officer Minjun had once told me about a series of mystic numbers, which might have something to do with this. But I remember that those mystic numbers had only... There's a lot of red text in this letter, actually. I don't have a good feeling about it. But there were 7 potential digits here. Could it be that the passcode was changed often? I seem to recall that there were some relevant formulas. Officer Minjun had written... Why is it orange? Had written this down for me while trying to explain how mystical the numbers were. Excuse me? Okay, regardless, I should give it a try. Let me think. The code is probably 128574. Nothing happened. Oh my god. No, I couldn't just try a random combination. There are too many possibilities. 6 digits, please, please, please. Why would there be one too many being pressed in the fob? I was certain that Officer Minjun had written the numbers down on the corner of the piece of paper that I had written my report on. Maybe I had written something else on it later? It was so long ago, I must have thrown it away. This was so frustrating. What on earth was the passcode? What? That was a lot of information. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna do it. I don't know. Is there only one ending? Can I even get it? Is it grayed out? No, it's pink. That means I can get it. No, fucking no. I'm gonna be so upset. They put 2 letters right next to each other that involve numbers, and I don't want to do this anymore. Hold on. I feel like it's telling me I need to go back to an older letter. But then I don't know which letter that's gonna be. Okay, hold on. On the corner of the piece of paper that I had written my report on. Okay. Instead of random combinations, let's just look at the history. Blah, 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 blah. Nope. They should have at least, like, spaced it out so I didn't have to do 2 sleuthing things in one go. No, okay. Oh my god, this one has so many endings. I don't think this is the one though. Yeah, this is way too... Wow, there's a lot of endings in this one. It's cause like I like the deduction part, but then I cry. It makes me want to be it makes me upset to do. Because I need to prove myself. Look at all the endings I missed out on this one. Definitely not gonna do them though. Oops. I remember there was one letter where he was like reading his report or something. What? What? Wait, what? Stalking mission. Maybe I'm skimming too fast. Yeah, look at all these I don't know if they're important or not, but I do not care at this point. Am I going too far? There's he's written so many letters. I'm gonna Let's look at the next letter. Alright, Carlos. Let's just, yeah, he's fine. He'll be fine. Friday night, 9:30 p.m. Halted to change into his robe and went to the guard's monitor room. 9:45 p.m. I managed to incite Jin and Chang into a fight and created a little chaos. 9:45 p.m. Pai made his cellmate fall asleep. 9:47 p.m. While everyone's attention was drawn to Jin Chang, Pai came into my... I keep wanting to say P for some reason. Pai came into my cell. 9:53 p.m. Hotoda came back. 9:55 p.m. All of the inmates had gone back to their own cells and the gates were all locked up. Wait, now that I think about it, that's kind of ominous that it said Pai made his inmate fall asleep. 10 p.m. No guards showed up for the roll call. 10:07 p.m. Hotoda, Pai, and I climbed into the underground tunnel through the hole in the floor of the cell. So far, everything was going smoothly according to plan. Well, that's a sign that something's not gonna go smoothly. The tunnel was in the basement floor of the prison. There was another monitor room at the end of it. It had a skylight window on the ceiling, which was right under the prison yard. It was also located on the edge of the yard near the prison walls. It was the only area that wasn't covered by the searchlights. If we could get there without being discovered, the freedom would finally be within our reach. But here came the biggest obstacle in our plan, the guards in the monitor room. Oh, I'm getting an alert. Hold on. What time is it? I think I'll just eat my sandwich and come back. Because I think my sandwich is done from my dad. Alright. Maybe like a 10-minute break. BRB. Oops. There you go. Just right there in the middle of the screen. BRB. I'll be right back. Okay, we're so back. Sandwich consumed. I realized belatedly that it is almost 5 p.m. and I have to go to a dinner later. So I probably shouldn't have eaten the sandwich. But I don't want to say no to my dad. We are continuing. It was a good sandwich, but I'm also going to eat like expensive food later. So I probably should have saved my stomach for that, but it's okay. I'll just do my best. Most of the time they stayed inside, they would leave and patrol the basement floor every once in a while. We had to get into the room during their patrol without running into them. We must then get out through the window before they came back, only then would the plan be a success. My dad just made it. It's just it was a grilled. Honestly, yeah, it was a grilled cheese, salami, and avocado sandwich. I just like when my dad, he'll just offer sometimes. He made a sandwich for himself. When he does that, he also asks if I want one, so I always say yes. Yeah, we're going to an expensive Thai place that I'd never been to, but the prices are like high. And like I've been to like other Thai places that are not expensive, so I feel like I'm gonna be underwhelmed, but we'll see. It was a good sandwich. Okay, for an entire month I had been observing the patrols while I hid in the underground tunnel. There was a lot of heavy machinery on the basement floor. They had divided the whole floor into many smaller lanes. Traversing all of the lanes take a very long time, therefore most of the guards didn't really bother. Their patrol routes had no schedule or patterns whatsoever. However, there was a pair of peculiar twin brothers who would always follow the same route without exception. It was such a huge break for us. Naturally, we decided to choose a night when the twins were on duty to carry out our plan. Oops, I need a burp. Okay. Oh, the twins are the guards. To be absolutely sure, I'd even drawn a map of their patrol route, haha. Very cute. Okay. The monitor room was in the northwestern corner of the basement floor, and we set out from the southeastern corner. We could use the machinery as cover. However, there was nothing blocking the view in the lanes. The moment the guards appeared in the same lane as us, in either direction they would see us immediately. And sure, we had to get to the monitor room in a limited amount of time while avoiding the patrolling guards. Okay. I had planned our route in advance. It should be... Oh no. West, west, north, west. I have to figure shit out again. West, north, east, north, west. But I seem to have made a mistake. After 2 intersections, we were caught by one of the twins. After the guards saw us, they began running towards the monitor room in the hope of still making it. Before we could climb out through the window, we heard the deafening alarm screaming outside. We were doomed. We were each put into solitary cells afterwards. No! The hole under the bunk bed in cell 20... How did he do that, by the way? How do you make a hole in the bed? Or in the floor? It's crazy. Next time I saw Pi and Hototo was a week later in the yard. Pi was still his usual self. He seemed to be having lots of fun even if he had failed to escape. Sounds like him. Since our failed attempt at escaping, the guards started to distance themselves from Hototo to save their own skins. Hototo no longer played his card games with others as he no longer had any income. It was all my fault. I even had a map of the patrol. How could I have miscalculated our route? I thought about the angry looks Hototo gave me. Oh my god, I need a burp again, sorry. A sandwich is digesting. Okay. I thought about the fact that I might never be able to get out. I thought about the people that wanted to hurt Alicia. I felt so hopeless. Was there absolutely no other way to get out? Lord, please guide me. Alright, buddy. Can I look at your map? Okay, where are we starting from? Where are we starting from? I already forgot. Oh, okay, wait. So these are the guards' routes? I'm trying to figure out if we're supposed to go this way or that way. I need to go back. What is the plan? Okay, it's in the northwestern corner, and we set up from the southeastern. Okay. So we're trying to get here, I think. Yeah? Yeah. And we're here. Okay. Oops. Alright, time to figure something out again. Wait, what? Oh my god. West, west, north. I'm gonna crash. I can't. I have to do numbers or I have to do maps. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8. There's 8. Yeah, there's 8 moves to do. I have to get them there in 8 moves. They really gave me like 3 like deduction of like numbers or codes or maps, and like what happened to the letters where I just put like text dialogue, right? Like mix up the dialogue and get a funny like ending or something. Like what the heck? I have to think now. I have to think. Okay, they start here. Did they start here? Wait, no, the guards start here. Oh, okay. Okay. So if I point at the screen and think about this. Oh my god. What do we do first? Do we do maps or do we do the other guy's code? I don't even think I'm gonna be able to solve it before I need to start getting ready. Actually, I need to get ready in like 10 minutes, so let's try our best. I think it'd be faster if I just tried to... How many endings are there? There's probably just like 2 endings. I haven't started anything, so I have to try first. Let's just pick a route and see if there's a problem. So if they start here... Oh my god, and then you know what's worse? I have to make sure that it's the correct... Maybe there's only one answer. Because I only have a set amount of like... moves. Oh, thank you, that's so sweet. Yeah. I'll probably stream again tomorrow though. Sunday probably not. So, no time on Saturday, but I don't think I'm gonna finish the game before I go on my break. So, but thank you. All right, 10 minutes. We can do this in 10 minutes. Nope, I'm getting a phone call. Hold on. Okay, actually, you know what? Fuck this. My mom's telling me to get ready now, so I'm gonna have to end stream instead. Alright, I will stream tomorrow probably. I have to like do some preparation before the rotation, but I can do another stream probably in the afternoon. Okay. Anyways, bye! Yeah, thank you for hanging out. See you tomorrow maybe. I don't know what time. It depends when I finish the work I have to do for the rotation, but it shouldn't take too long. Or I could do it Sunday, which is like the day before my rotation. Anyways, I'll think about it. But yeah, I'll stream tomorrow. Bye bye. Thank you. Have fun. Oh, I'll have fun. Bye bye.